If you own a 2020 to 2024 Indian Challenger or Pursuit and you're looking to install an aftermarket audio system on your bike, then you're going to need the Davidson Audio preamp fairing harness. So why do you need our preamp harness? Well, anytime that you are wanting to add a aftermarket audio system to an OEM vehicle that already has audio on it, you need a way to interface into that OEM source signal. So on the Challengers and Pursuits, they have the ride command screen on it. The ride command screen does a little bit of everything. It reads the diagnostics off the bike, does all your speed, your GPS, the whole 9 yards. It's the brains of the bike per se, or the interface for that. And off of that, it does the audio as well. So you connect your phone via Bluetooth or USB to the ride command, and the ride command will read your music and it will play it through the OEM speaker system. So what we developed here is a preamp harness that gives you the needed wires to connect from the OEM bike here to an aftermarket DSP. Now I wanted to make sure I clarify that all of our preamp harnesses are to be used with a DSP, which is a digital signal processor. Now on the 20 to 24 Indian Challengers and Pursuits, we use 2 DSPs currently for all of our packages, and these are the ones that we've had the best luck with on these bikes. Those are going to be the Rockford DSR1 or the HKI Mini DSP. Those are the 2 that we've had really good luck with integrating into the OEM ride command. And it's got just 2 connectors on it that connect to the 2 connectors on the bike, which I will show you in a second. It gives you 2 remote wire outputs because we do up to 2 amplifiers in the fairing. And then it gives you an assortment of wires here to connect to your DSP. All right, so the wire color codes on here are just your standard car audio colors. Is very standard in the industry. You got black is ground, yellow is your 12 volt constant, blue is the remote output, so it's going to go from your DSP out to these 2 wires for your amplifiers. Red is switch 12 volt, and then this array of white, gray, green, and violet, solid and with a black stripe, are your speaker level inputs, the preamp speaker level inputs. So with this harness, you can solder directly into your DSP, you can install it on the bike, and you get your signal from the ride command that you can manipulate, tune to your amplifiers. The installation of this is fairly straightforward. We've already done videos on disassembling the entire bike with the fairing shroud and all of that. And we've done our video on the preamp or the single amp install for this bike. So we've gone ahead and done some of this stuff, but what I want to show you is where you're going to make these connections and how it's going to look once it's installed. Brake side of the bike, you will have this power unit up in here if you have just a fairing package. If you have from the OEM fairing and lids, or fairing and lids or tour pack, whatever, you'll have a power unit here on the brake side, and you'll also have one on the clutch side. The brake side, you're going to have, both of them have 2 connectors on it. On the brake side, the little one, this is what sends the power to your tour pack. This 20 pin here, the 20 pin connector here is what is going to provide the preamp signal plus the output signal to the fairing speakers. On the clutch side, this 20 pin is what does the preamp signal for the rear and signal to the saddlebags. And if you do the OEM lowers, you would route that connector over here, that 6 pin, and it would plug into here, giving you the lowers. So I will correct myself on saying that the brake side is the fairing and the tour pack. The clutch side is the saddlebags with the optional plug for the lower fairing speakers. What you'll do is you'll just disconnect your power unit, one or both of them, and set that aside. And then you will install your equipment up in here. So as you can see, we have our DSP tucked nicely in here already, all pre-set up and done. Our amplifiers tucked all the way up in here. So with our fairing harness, what you'll do is you'll take the 20 pin with the yellow, black, red, and the whites, and you will plug it into this 20-pin connector here. The 6-pin connector, what you can do, like we like to do, is if you've got harness tape, it's like electrical tape, but it's not sticky. You can put that on there first and then use an electrical tape on top of it. That way the connector's not sticky. Or what I like to do is take electrical tape, put it on backwards so the sticky side's out. You'll wrap it all the way around, then turn the tape around so it's sticky on sticky. Tape it all off so it seals it off. So you'll do that to the 6-pin. This one right here is for your driving light module, if you didn't know that. Then the other side of our harness, which has the green and violets, will plug into that clutch side. This connector will either be plugged into a power unit here or up into your fairing tray. And then from here, like this one's a single amp, so our remote wire would just get landed into the amplifier underneath here. If you have 2 of them, this remote wire would get landed over here, and on a dual amp setup that we do, your DSP would be up here, so the fairing harness would be here and here already. That's just how easy it is to integrate into the 20 to 24 Challenger and Pursuits OEM ride command system to get yourself aftermarket audio interfacing done on these bikes. Like I said, we took a lot of time developing this harness. This is like revision 5 or 6. Our biggest goal was to slimline it, make it small and sleek as possible and easy as possible for you all, the end consumer, to use. And I hope that this video walked you through that process, or also answered any questions on like, hey, what's this harness do? What else do I need? This is just going to be one of our many videos that we're doing to showcase all of our products, but also give you all the extra information that you need before you purchase any of our products to make sure it'll work for your application. So with that being said, that's all we have on our harness. So I hope this answered all your questions. And if you have any more, feel free to give us a call at 607-800-1032 or shoot us an email, brandon@davidson-audio.com. And with that, I'm Brandon with Davidson Audio, located here in beautiful Panama City, Florida.